All right, this could be exciting. So there's a brand new open standard called Open Knowledge Format, OKF for short, launched by Google. So let's first understand what this is and what does it actually do. So in plain English, OKF gives your AI agents one shared, simple way to understand your data. All the context they need to be useful, written down as plain text files that anything or anyone, human or agents, can read and understand. Now, a little later in the video, we're going to actually get our hands on it. I've created a visualization so that you can help OKF, and we'll be using this on a Google Analytics database. What I'll also do is I'll edit one live and you will see the output in front of you, right? And the point is, this is simple and you will be able to pick it up pretty quickly. So when I was preparing for this video, I started going a bit deeper and I honestly felt that, isn't this just the agents.md we already write? And honestly, this is the same or almost the same. If you remember Karpathy's LLM wiki, where he described that it basically lets your AI keep its own notebook and let the AI handle the boring upkeep we as humans always abandon. Think of updating every cross-reference when something changes, right? That is the closest to the explanation of OKF. And you have seen the versions almost everywhere, right? So agents.md, Obsidian nodes, wired into agents, those Claude.md files. So under the hood, they all look the same. A bit of text, a few tags at the top, links between files. So the basic idea is isn't really new, right? What's new is the agreement. Right now, your nodes, my nodes, and some tools export all look alike, but none of them can actually read each other or talk to each other. There's no shared rule for what goes in a file or what the name even means. So OKF is just that, rule. Google wrote it down as a standard, what every file includes, what the file name means, how they link. The invention isn't the markdown, it is the agreement. I hope the explanation is making sense, right? Please do let me know in the comment section as well. Now, on the next important question, why does this matter? Now, think about this. If you're building AI agents, you already know the hard part isn't the model anymore, right? It is the context. An AI agent is only as smart as what you have told it about your world and the stuff it actually needs to be useful inside your company. I'm talking about real production enterprise grade agents, right? So stuff like what a metric or KPI really means, how two systems connect, which table got deprecated last quarter. Almost none of this is written down in one place. It spreads across like a data catalog, a wiki nobody updates, or a comment buried in some sort of like old code, right? So generally, what happens is when someone has to build an agent, they first work on creating that context engineering. But then when you start working on another agent, you start all the way again, building another context, because there's no way these two contexts can talk to each other, right? Whatever you have built stays locked inside that one tool or one agent that you built it for. The next agent needs to start all over again. And that's the problem or the mess OKF is actually betting that it can end. So now what we will do is actually look at a quick visual demo of OKF, and I will also take you through the GitHub repo so that you can get all of these samples yourselves and play with it. All right, a quick note before we get in, all opinions are my own and do not belong to my employer. With that, let's get into it. All right, so this is the announcement blog where they have shared a ton of details. What I'm going to do right now is actually go into the GitHub repository, which is obviously open source and which was also mentioned in this, right? So you can see here, they have explained the entire OKF, which is the open knowledge format. As I was mentioning, the readables by human also should be able to be read by agents as well. And the goal is here to define a universal format. And then they talk about the terminology. So I think we'll take a few seconds to go through it together, right? So the OKF comes in a bundle, right? And the bundle will have concepts in it, and then each concept will have an ID, and then there will be some other things along with it, right? For example, here you can see that this is a bundle structure, and then each one of these are concepts, right? So a concept is a single unit of knowledge within a bundle. So this is the bundle structure, right? So what you can do here is actually see a good example that they have shared here, right? So this is again a bundle. So you have sales, and then within that you have multiple data sets. where you're defining that, okay, there's a database, which is orders.md, customers, and these are the tables within that database, right? And these are the matrices. Now, each concept document is a small block of YAML where they have explained the structure. Now, this is the orders.md, which is right here, right? And it is also explaining the kind of schema it has and where it is joined with another table on this particular customer ID. So you can clearly see that this is more about the metadata about all of these things, where you can clearly understand, and also the agents can understand what's happening, right? So you will ship this entire bundle, and the bundle will have multiple concepts along with the ID. All right. So what I did was I actually built a visualization of this so that it becomes crystal clear. We just saw the BigQuery kind of structure over here, right? This is the BigQuery structure or BigQuery dataset structure over here, right? So that is the one which I have used in the visualization. So here that there is an orders table, which is joined with the customers table and then also joined with the weekly active users table as well. So you can see that this is the sort of the header, this is the overview, and this is the schema, and these are the metrics, right? So you can see as I'm scrolling, you can see the components being highlighted here. So this is the YAML front matter block. This is the overview. This is the schema, and this is the metric. So at any point in time, I can actually like edit this table as well. So let's say that I just added inventory ID, and you will see that here now I've got a new table which is connected, right? Which is the inventory table. And it immediately reflects that. The moment this gets changed, you have the whole OKF knowledge graph getting updated pretty quickly, right? What Google has done is they have actually shared multiple samples. So they have got this crypto Bitcoin sample, the GA4 sample is what we went through. So Google Analytics 4 data set, right? So this is a sample data set which is available in BigQuery. What are the different fields within this, and something that you can also see here, right? So this is the particular table, which is the events table. It has the user count, the average spend, the new user count, all of these things, right? So this is being updated here, and you can see this. You can also like have a Stack Overflow, and this is a pretty much detailed one. Again, this is a public data set that you have, so you will be able to see that as well, and how like everything is connected with each other. And then you are also able to upload your own bundle, right? So let's say that you have created something in this particular format, which is something like this, and then you save it and you are able to upload that bundle as well, and you are able to see this as well. So that's really what open knowledge format is all about. It's version 0.1, so it's really early. But I think given that this is a real problem in the industry, and this is a real problem when people are now building agents, context is obviously a real problem. I feel that we should all be paying attention to something like this. And that's why I decided that I should be making a video and sharing this knowledge with you. So let me know in the comment section if you have more questions. I'll of course share the links to all the blogs and the GitHub repository. The demo you will be able to spin up pretty close to this. I just worked on anti-gravity to make this a little bit more visual for you guys to understand, but the Bundle Explorer and Playground is something you will be able to spin up pretty quickly using the GitHub repo as well. Again, I'm just hoping that this was valuable. Please let me know in the comment section. And if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button so that you are always getting to see these kind of videos. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.